everybody, Donnie B. Learn Pro Recording. Hey, yesterday I talked to you about recording a podcast inside Pro Tools. Today I want to talk to you about editing that podcast using Pro Tools. Some quick tips and tricks that'll get you through the editing process a lot quicker. Well, I'm going to show you that in a minute, but first, of course, I got something free for you, my Studio Growth Formula. Go grab it, learnprorecording.com/Studio Growth Formula. Can't miss it. It's awesomely free. It's there for you. A simple PDF, man, that's going to help you build, grow, and scale your studio audio engineer producing business into something that could possibly sustain you and thrive for you. So grab that. It's going to help out. Let me know if there's any questions, comments, or concerns. You can reach out to me. Just shoot me an email, man. info@learnprorecording.com. Again, this is Donnie B. I'm going to show you some cool stuff here in a minute. Let's head over to the computer. Hey guys, Donnie B. Learn Pro Recording. Let me talk to you about editing on your podcast here. You're not going to be needing the clock anymore because nobody's needing to look at it. But as you can see here, I've left some markers. Okay, I dropped some markers, some memory locations so I could see where things are. If we listen to this,
the more money you can charge, right? The more money you can charge.
Somebody hit the desk. I call it a desk hit. It's actually right here. I can see it. So all I got to do is get rid of that. Okay, and then on this one, there's some other sounds right here.
Editing, anything that has to do with audio.
There's some like moving around sounds right there, so we can get rid of those. You can actually see them in there, man. It's pretty cool.
Anything,
okay.
Anything that has to do with audio, anything that has to do with audio.
See, we don't need to hear that. We do need to hear this part.
Anything that has to do with
it's still kind of there. We need to edit this, trim this out a little bit, back a little more, maybe fade that. Get rid of this, fade that. Okay. Let's take a listen.
And that, it could be from tracking, mixing, mastering, editing, anything,
All right, it seems like we got those sounds out. There's a cough right here. I can actually see the cough.
There for a second.
Right here. Somebody's coughing right here on this track, so we can get rid of that. Okay, we can actually get rid of it there, too. You can kind of see it there. This guy, you can see that this guy's talking. Mic 1 is talking, mic 2 is not talking, mic 3 is not talking in that area. So all we got to do is just get rid of that. Now the cough.
To stop there for a second.
You still kind of hear it, it's just not as loud. So now all we got to do is punch in this section right here. Okay, we just got to punch in on and record this on the print track. All right, so all we got to do is actually select this and just record this whole section. And while this is recording, you can just be, all right, so you can see that it's a little bit louder than it should have been. So it's a little bit louder than it was. So, because we got this, we got a limiter on here. We can pull this limiter back just a little bit. All right, you got to try to match the level. So with what it was, and there you go. That kind of looks good already. So that's the gist of it, ladies and gentlemen. That's all we need to do. That's all we need to talk about. So that's how fast and easy it is to edit. You can fade in, fade out on these edits that you make. You can actually get even tighter on these edits, depending on how tight the client wants the edits. You're going to talk to the client about this stuff going in anyway. So sometimes they want to get rid of the coughs, the noises and the breaths. Sometimes they want to go in and take out breaths and things like that. But this is entirely up to you and the client. How much editing, how deep you want the editing to go. I mean, honestly, for a podcast, I wouldn't think it would be that, I wouldn't think it would matter that much to take out the breaths and things like that. The ums and uhs, yeah, I mean, that's how people naturally speak. So for me, it doesn't really matter for me. Personally, on my podcast, I don't take out the ums and uhs, but some people do. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen, editing a podcast 101. Enjoy that. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me. Again, it's Donnie B. Learn Pro Recording. I'm out of here. Peace.